Hello guys, MikuChibi here. Welcome back to One Factor, and today we're gonna take a look at the New Year's order, the New Year's selection order, which is a guaranteed banner. As you can see, every time you're spending 2,500 Arcana gems, you're always guaranteed at least one 4-star, and if you're lucky, you can get multiple ones, but that depends on your luck. And in this banner, the only few things skill core that are New Year or have appeared in New Year order. So all 4-star records that have appeared in New Year's order up until 2025. So skill core from 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and lastly 24. Those are the only skills that are in this banner, and for the 2025, that one was released few days ago, something like that. That one will not be included. And the duration of this banner is until the 30th of January, so roughly 3 weeks on you to decide if you want to follow this banner or not. And the skill in this banner, some of them can be good, some of them can be bad, really old, it really depends, which we're gonna take a look, of course. I believe there are, let's see if I counted right, there are 34 skill core in this banner, so that is many, but the drop rate is not bad. You have 0.12, 0.11 if you're looking for any specific, so you have a kind of small chance. And if you want to look on the guaranteed, you have 2.75 and 3%. Yeah, I hope you get one of the new one. I believe one of the newer is better. So let's have a look on the skill core that you get in this New Year's selection order. Starting first, we have Dazzling Beauty Asuna. It's a rapier skill with a nice buff, but we already have similar skills that do the same and last longer. This one only lasting 5 seconds, which is not enough. We do have some skills that last something like 10 seconds, and then we have some passive that does the same or not the same, and they give 1%, which can be really decent. Do you need this one? No, it's pretty old and pretty much useless in my opinion. Happy Time Lifa, this is a nice passive if you don't have anything better. We do have some passive that are kind of similar to this one, but much better, so keep that in mind. Fortune Kirito, this one is pretty much bad, useless. Heartfield Silica, this is a pretty nice passive. It can give you sleep resistance, can be really useful for later in the game if you progress through the game to end game. Some bosses do apply sleep resistance, which can be very annoying. And if you want to combine it with the New Year AG passive that is coming out in a few days with the Assault event, get that one. That is one free, and that passive is pretty good. And you combine it with this one, they're pretty good synergy. You will have 90% sleep resistance, and then you can add a ring that has 10% sleep resistance, and you will have 1% sleep resistance. So this is not bad. Wind of the Wind Fire Sky Yuki, this one is pretty much useless. You don't really care about this one. Flower of the Wind Fire Sky Sachi, decent passive, but you don't really need this one. You have better options that give you better defense percentage, and this one, you don't really need this one. Great Ambition Xenon, useless, bad, trash. Shining New Year Argo, this one can be decent if you need a dagger skill that can apply poison and bleed, but we do have some dagger skill that can apply all 4 elements, so keep that in mind. I mean, it's still decent to have. It can be really useful in Connect Dagger if you need more to apply more stacking. Road of the Snowy Sky Alley, this one is pretty bad. Kind of Hard Juju, this one also bad passive. Light of Kirito, this one can be decent if you want the 10% chance to get the 2.5 damage. I mean, some people use this one because for slash weapon or any slash skill, we don't have any skill that can apply 2.5. For example, for frost weapon, we have spear that can apply 2.5, 2 of them. Then we have mace, they have many skills that can apply 2.5. So for blunt and frost, we are good for that, but when it comes to slash, any slash skill, we don't have any skill that can apply 2.5 or guarantee to apply 2.5. So the only thing we can rely on is Light Hope, but you have 10% chance to get that. I believe you will get 30% chance if you're using on Switch, so can be good on Koharu, maybe, if you want to gamble that. I mean, you also have a chance to get this curse, which can be, you know, annoying. Munching Lifa, this one is alright, but I don't really need this one. Wishful Prayer Block Elizabeth, this one can be nice, but you need a skill that is recovering HP, which is mostly mace. So it's good for mace, but not really good for an auto weapon. Quick Flash Asana, this one is kind of similar to Lighter of Kirito. So if you don't have a skill that can apply 2.5, you have to rely on this one. Skill for Creation Kirito, this one was really good, but if you have not seen my video about mod skill and stuff, mod skill at the moment, right now, they are pretty much useless. When we have full burst and burst skill, that is meta. They dealing more damage, they have higher multiplier, and you prefer that. And if you don't have full burst or burst skill, I guess mod skill is still fine, you can use that. But if you want to farm endgame content, or if you want to speed run some of the solo run, for example Chaos Showdown, full burst and burst is the way to go. Scent of the New Argo, this one can be decent if you want to break the enemy. It has really nice break gauge, 99. Other than that, it's a mod axe skill, which is pretty much useless. Blue Line God Yuju is a decent passive, nice to have if you don't have anything better. Increase fire damage and wind damage, which is nice, but if you have a pass skill that has, like for example, flame boost or gale boost, I believe you prefer using that instead of this one. I mean, it's still decent, you can still use it. Powerful Palm Asana, a rapier mod skill, which is now pretty useless. Bad bonus, they're getting old. Gorgeous Oseshi Yuki, hopefully I pronounced it right. Like I mentioned for the skill creation Kirito, if you don't have full burst or burst skill, it's decent to use, but keep in mind full burst and burst, that is much better and you prefer using that. Roll for Victory Koharu, this one is bad because late game content, enemy has high crit resistance, which makes these two buffs pretty bad. Other than that, it can be really good for any content that doesn't have any crit resistance, so good for early but really bad for late game. Wishing Upon a Dorama Yui, this is a pretty nice pass skill. It has Power Rise 3, can give you up to 800 flat attack, and also has Spirit Awakening, pretty nice, and really good in a fire build, and also yet more attack if you have Asuna skill in the set. So pretty good pass skill if you don't have a Power Rise 3 in your build yet. 108 Tall Bell Leafa, this one is decent connect skill. It's an offensive connect skill, but most of people use it as a support. It has muscle build up 4, can be really nice if you're feeling around stacking. A Plan of the New Kirito, this is a pretty nice support skill, focused on fire element stacking. So gonna be really good in a fire sword build. Gives you 1% fire element damage per stack, and if you can switch, you gain in 9 stat for 20 seconds, not bad. Near Game Silica, this is also a really nice pass skill. It's a Power Rise 3 that gives you up to 800 flat attack, gives you more wind damage, and then also more attack if you have Elizabeth skill in the set. So this is a pretty good Power Rise 3 passive skill if you don't have a Power Rise 3 in your set. A Prayer of Luck Elizabeth, this is a mod main skill, pretty much useless. I mean, this one has a nice bonus, but mod skill, if you have full burst, use that. If you don't, I guess it's fine using this one. Warming's Weakness Yujo, this is a nice support skill, especially if you're building a wind spear set. Gives you wind power buff, so more wind damage if you focus on stacking, not bad. Near Good Fortune Asana, a real nice pass skill, especially for rapier. You are getting 1000 attack when using rape skill, and also additional 50% attack, so not bad if you need more attack in your rapier. Shiny New Year Smile Yuna, this is a real nice support skill, especially if you're building a support mace. Gives you more damage to your party, damage onto enemy with your blunt 28% for your party for 20 seconds, really nice buff, and also a buff for yourself as well. Damage onto enemy with your blunt 23% for 20 seconds, so this one buffing for yourself, and this one for your party member, but you can also use it for yourself as well. Celebrating New Year Xenon, this one is a support skill. Can apply weakness for the enemy, damage onto enemy with your frosting 8% for 8 seconds. Duration is pretty low, I wish it would be higher, but it has also Aqua Pile, so more vulnerable damage if you're building a water set for bow. So it can be nice if you need more damage, but you have to charge this one. It's a charger mechanic. If you use it normally, you are applying the weakness 3 buff, which can be very nice, but I believe only one skill are able to use this one. But if you manage to get 2 skill into it after using this one, it can be decent. Winner Privilege Allies, this is a full burst war skill that focuses on wind element. It is really good for any wind slash focus, but it is kind of old. I believe it's like 2 years old now. It has pretty low multiplier, 4260 is low if you want to compare it to newer full burst. They have up to 6000 multiplier, so you can keep it in mind. It's still good for any slash win content that we currently have right now. For example, floor 89, maybe in underground. But if you want to have stronger full burst, then you want to wait for newer full burst that is focused on wind element. They will be much stronger and also have better bonus as well. This one only had 2, and the new one they will have 3 bonus. Near Victor Yuki, this is a really nice pass skill if you don't have a full burst passive. Gives you up to 500 flat attack and also buff dark element, so you can get up to 4% dark element, so really good in a dark set. New Year Resolution Kaharu, this is a really nice chain mace skill if you're running a DPS mace set that is focused on earth element. Gives you earth pal, 3 stacks if you use it normally and 9 stack if you're using it on switch. Peaceful New Year Lifa, this is gonna be a very good support skill for axe if you're building an axe DPS. This is another chain skill that focuses on water element damage. So 3 stack for water element damage and 9 stack if it's in switch. So gonna be really good in a blonde water axe set. Some Divine Spirit Sanya, this is a dark full burst support skill. So they're gonna be really good for any slash dark content. Really nice effect. Really nice buff here, enhanced defense, dark element enhance, and also some nice bonus. But keep in mind, it has pretty low multiplier compared to other full bursts that we have seen so far, or the newer full bursts at least. This one has 4800, and if we want to compare to the new one, the difference is around 1000 multiplier, so you can keep that in mind. And it can be really good for the current content we have right now. For example, floor 69 on chapter 2, it can be really useful there for or for example, we do have Cave Showdown, the Allahs, level 155, it can be really useful there. It's still pretty good, just like the allies, but if you want to be more safe here, we have Future Proof, then you want to wait for a newer full burst that is much stronger, can have better bonus, higher multiplier. So focus on that if you don't want to have these as a collection. And that was all the skill record. And now, the question is this banner worth summon on? I would say if you don't have any of the New Year skill core, then it's definitely worth it as for collection. But if you're a new player, I would stay away from this one. Most of those skills are really old. Only pull on this banner if you are missing a lot of New Year skill core and you're only doing it for collection, then it's fine. What other banner you should summon on? I mean, if you look on the banner kit yet, 3 pulls, always pull this one. This one will always be good for new players or those that haven't done, or for those that haven't finished their free summoning yet. We have this one, not really new player friendly. This is mostly for the late game players, that's all, or for whales. This one is not really good for new players. This one is the newest near, and I believe this one is more worth it for new players because we have really good passive or skill that can be really useful, especially the allies. This one, you can see here, this one has 6000, so this one is much stronger than compared to all the bursts that we've seen so far. Much stronger than this one and much stronger than this one. So this banner is not bad to summon on if you're a new player. Or you can also pull on the collab banner, which is not bad. All these 4 can be really useful, especially if you're a new player, really nice, especially for Silica, because Silica you kinda need a lot of Silica skill, and as a new player, you don't get that many free Silica skill, so keep that in mind. Kirito gonna be really good. It can build also really good in the late game or a future build. If you're wondering why, you can check my banner video on this one. I do have video for that, you can check that out. If you're still unsure or you don't want to summon on the other banner, I guess you can wait for part 2 of the collab banner. We don't know what skill that banner gonna have, so you can wait for part 2 if you want to. Or any new banners coming. I mean, this one has long duration, so you can just wait for 2 weeks to see what other banners coming. So we have the part 2 collab, then we have more banners coming in the future as well. So we have many options, many other banners that's coming. So you save your account gems and wait for the other banners coming, and then decide if you want to pull on this one or the new banner that's coming. And for all players that is not new, that is mid-game players, veteran and stuff, etc. you skip this banner. You don't really need the skill. I'm pretty sure you're currently happy with the current build, and you don't really need any old skill. So my recommendation: skip this banner. Not really worth it. Save account gems, and wait for newer and future banner. That's for me. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Take care now, and bye bye.